Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, drink coffee, and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. You know, we got to add something in there, right? We got to add some new something. But anyways, welcome. It is Monday, the 11th of October. We're almost halfway through October. If you've not gotten up your Halloween stuff yet, get up your Halloween offerings for voiceovers, okay? Because I know I've been selling a lot recently, so hopefully you should get yours up too. Today we're going to be talking about the 5, I think, main challenges that every voice actor, every voiceover artist faces. Okay. And why, or maybe how you can overcome them. Right. Real quick, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you check out A VO's Journey Elite Academy. Okay, this is an incredible community of people who come together on 4 nights a week. And we meet, we learn voice acting, production, marketing, business systems, accountability. But more importantly, we're there for each other and we help each other. And it's just a really amazing community. And it's very inclusive. So, everybody is welcome in this community. So we'd love to have you. Check it out below. You'll really, I think you'll really like it. There'll be a link below or VOsJourney.com. So let's get into this 5 challenges that every voiceover artist faces, okay? I think the first main challenge is work-life balance. I mean, trying to be able to figure out how to work a full-time job or a part-time job or, look after your family and your kids, look after the house, whatever you're trying to do, your work and your life balance, and then at the same time being able to have time off or being able to spend time with your loved ones, your family or friends outside of working, okay, is a big challenge. And I think a lot of times we don't think the fact that actually our voiceover business is another job. Most of us work full-time jobs, and then we're doing voiceover on the side, trying to build it up, in hopes one day possibly doing this full-time. And that's that. But the reality is it's like another full-time job. Part-time minimal, but it's like, full-time. A lot of us are trying to push it, right? Because it's like we've got to figure out a way in order to, get enough time to do all the things we got to do in order to grow. So that's a big challenge. And a lot of people face that challenge. You know what I mean? So don't think that it's out of the norm for you, and don't think that it's a struggle that so many of us are going through, because we are. And even if you were to go full time in this business, you're still going to, I don't think you could do anything really without having, some work-life balance issues, because let's be honest, anyone who is hyper successful in anything, you've got to give up. Right? You've got to give up something in order to be successful in something. You have to. Okay. However, the cool thing about owning your own business is that if you do it right, you can mold the business into something that gives you the life you want and not take the life away from you. Okay. So remember, we want the business to give us the life we want, not give our life for the business. Okay, that's a big distinction. So that's the first, I think, one of the biggest challenges. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, I think, quality audio from a home studio. Getting a home studio set up, getting the quality down, making sure that, the files are edited and mastered correctly. That's a big challenge, especially for brand new people. And it's a challenge that you really need to tackle. All right, you really need to tackle. And to get better at this, my recommendation really is, yes, watch as many videos as you want, but you need to work with someone. You need to work with a coach, or or go to a place where they're educating you on production. All right, like A VO's Journey Elite Academy. That was a shameless plug, I know. But, you need to find somewhere, whether it's the academy, whether it's another coach, somewhere that can help you with your setup, listen to your sound. I think it's important to be able to at least give yourself the acknowledgement to say, okay, I feel confident enough now that I can actually deliver quality audio because I've had professionals listen to it. They tell me I need to do XYZ, or I'm on the right path, or this is ready for, they recommend I'm ready for the. That's great. Now, again, in the end, it's your choice whether you listen to an expert or not. But it's good to have that expert advice. Think about it. There isn't a successful person in history who did not have experts or coaches. Every professional athlete, all right, and every politician, every famous person, from the president down, they all have advisors. They all have coaches. They have people who help them. I mean, you ever listen to Tony Robbins and the people that he's helped, from presidents to kings and queens to sports people to famous people to, people who have made history. I mean, everyone needs a coach. They need a team of people. They need advisors. All right. They need a community to help them. And so we do too. All right. So there's that. Third thing, fast communication. I think that this is something that is sorely overlooked. I think we all know it inherently because of the life that we live now with, it takes so long, especially with online businesses, right? A lot of times you can never talk to them on the phone. It takes them forever. You don't know if you're talking to a robot, all right? I think that's why it's become so popular, those little pop-up windows where you're talking to someone, although a lot of times it is a robot. You don't know who it or pre-done response is. But so much of the time, fast communication is overlooked. All right, fast communication, and I would add on to the fast communication, fast communication, but also quality of the communication, like positive nature. I've mentioned multiple times the idea of Chick-fil-A, right? And, how they've built a business really around great customer service. Right. But this is, part of that customer service is being easy to work with, being able to communicate quickly. And I'm lumping in, being easy to work with communication. All right. As this number 3, just because I think it's so vital that we have to be fast communicators, but it's a challenge when you're at work. It's your full-time job. You're not pulling out your phone every 5 minutes, making sure you're texting people or messaging people back or, answering inquiries. But it's so important that we solve that problem, that challenge of ours, right? If you are working a full-time job, we need to start working on how do I get back to these people quickly, right? Make that a priority. Or maybe I say, I reach out back to you in 24 hours. But nowadays, some places, we know platforms like Fiverr and stuff, they want an hour. Okay. Because they know there's a reason for that. Because they could have very well said, we're not going to do any of that. But they did that for a reason, because they know the faster you get back to someone, okay, the faster, like, that opportunity is right then and there. And the speed at which things move online is so fast that we got to get back to them quickly, or that opportunity is going to go somewhere else. Okay, so it's just something. So that's a definitely big challenge that we have to find solutions for. Number 4, fast delivery. So I separated that because, fast communication is one thing, but fast delivery is another thing. They always say that you can offer 2 out of 3 things, right? In business, right? The 3 things are, fast delivery, high quality, and good prices, right? But you can only offer 2 out of those 3 things, right? So if you offer a high quality product and at a fast delivery, you're going to charge a very high price. Or if you're going to charge a low price at fast delivery, the quality is going to be low. All right. Or if you're going to, give something that's really high quality, like super high quality, all right, at a, high price, okay, the delivery is not going to be so fast, okay, because you're offering something that's very high quality. So, these, and of course, in different places, it helps to do different things. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that fast delivery is so important to a lot of people, and they're more apt to work with you if you can deliver consistently, quickly. Right. So one of the biggest things that happened to me when I left my full-time job was the extra work that I ended up getting. I knew part of the reason I left my full-time job too, to do this full-time was because, yes, I was making about triple the amount of money doing voiceover than I was working my full-time job before I left. All right. Because honestly, I was scared to leave my full-time job. And I wanted to be making enough money before I left to say, okay, I feel confident that if I lost a portion of it, I'd still be okay. But the fast delivery thing, I didn't realize, I knew that I was losing business every day because I couldn't deliver it until late that night or the next day. Do you know what I mean? And that was an issue. So, when I left my job, I was able to deliver in, under an hour if somebody ordered and they paid for extra fast delivery kind of thing. So, that fast delivery is very, very hard to do, but it's also very important. So just make sure, though, that, the fast delivery, fast communication, you're really working on those two. All right. And I think the fifth one, the last one, that's really, really, I think, the biggest challenge for all of us by far. And if you solve this one, you have the keys to the kingdom. Okay? That is being seen. All right? Being seen, and then from being seen, being listened to. Because we're voice actors, right? But being seen. People being able to find us. People being able to, find our stuff or know we exist. But being seen. You can call it impressions. You can call it clicks. You can call it search results. You can call it just how many eyeballs are getting on your work. That's the number one challenge that we all face. Okay? Because, all this other stuff we can control. We can hire people. We can join academies. We can, work on hiring, other like assistants. We can do all sorts of stuff. But being seen, okay, by the right people, that's a big, big challenge. And most of us struggle with it. Okay. And companies like Fiverr and these Upwork and these big companies spend millions and millions and millions of dollars a month getting eyeballs. Okay. So those are the 5 things. So that challenge in itself, whether you are posting on social media, reaching out to people directly, buying ads yourself, whatever you are doing, right? Being seen, I think, is by far the biggest challenge. I always help people judge their accounts, like how they're doing, based on, how much they're being seen. So how many opportunities, why we can't fix things or anything if we don't have the data, and the data comes from how many eyeballs you're getting in front of. Because the eyeballs then give you the metrics of how many people are clicking on you, how many people are engaging with your work, how many people are you converting after they engage with your work. You don't know any of that stuff unless you have the data for it. So I think being seen, like I said, is a number one thing out of all of those 5 challenges that we talked about today. That really is one of those issues that you've got to solve to be successful. All right. And I listed a couple different ways you can solve them, but there's so many possibilities. All right. So listen, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope this gave you some, just some thoughts, some different things you could work on to put in context. A lot of times I think another challenge, which I didn't put here, I should have put, maybe the 6th special one, is knowing what questions to ask. That's a massive challenge in itself, right? You're like, and there's that old saying that always comes up, well, I don't know what I don't know, right? And that's true. So being able to ask questions when you don't know what questions to ask, that's a massive challenge, because asking the right question or the wrong question could mean the difference between success and failure. So finding out the right questions to ask, and you do that through learning, okay? And you do that through communities, and you do that through research, coaches, right, is a main, vital part of your growth in any business, let alone voiceover. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you again for watching. Make sure you check out Avio's Journey Elite Academy, the link below, or go to aviosjourney.com. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Talk to you later. Goodbye. Goodbye.